Good crowd tonight, Keon, too. Looks good.
It does look good, and we saw the people streaming in. They had the buzz, they had the energy, and hopefully they'll be able to pass that on to Chattanooga FC tonight to will them to a victory.
Absolutely, because the crowd really is the 12th man in so many of these games, and we've seen that before. With an enthusiastic supporters group, you can really do a lot more than just playing to empty stadium. So there's a lot of teams that would like to have this level of support, I know, in American soccer, so we're glad we have that, and it's one of the things that makes the Chattanooga FC games so special.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of different sports here in the city of Chattanooga, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that the Chattahooligans are the best fans that I've ever seen.
Don't tell them too loud, it'll go to their head and they'll never settle down again. So CFC got a pretty full bench. Seattle have bought, looks like 8 substitutes, so they still got people to bring on, which is good. So they need to have that too with the extra bodies for a long journey like this. A lot of teams that travel don't bring enough subs, and we've seen that hurt them too, where somebody gets injured and they haven't really got somebody to bring on in the same position. Even for a friendly, it's good to bring in. Plus, of course, Seattle have the budget to fly players around the country more than some teams do, because they have the MLS backing, and they want to try some of these guys out too, see how they play, see how they do tonight. We're about to get going. Looks like Seattle have got the kickoff, and they're playing into the sun from right to left. So Chattanooga FC getting the favour of the coin toss there, playing with the sun on their backs, which, as we've seen in many games, can help. And that noise you're hearing is not a fault with the equipment here. It's actually the Chattahooligans banging their drum, making enormous amounts of noise. So regular viewers, of course, will know that. If it's your first time, we haven't got a technical problem. We've just got some very noisy fans.
It's what they're good at.
It is, actually. Making a lot of noise and having a good time. Seattle focusing on possession in the first minute of the game, just trying to see what Chattanooga will do. We pushing too hard here. Zeka winning a throw-in on the far side for Chattanooga.
So how aggressive do you think you want to be to start this game if you're Chattanooga?
Normally we see them spend the first few minutes just trying to find weak spots and see if there's a lack of communication between defenders and forwards and so forth in the opposing team, and get a feel for them. It's always great to get an early goal, but you never know if that's going to pay off or it's going to make the other team come back twice as hard. Now it's not as a competitive game. I think it's a matter of trying out each other, seeing how they get on, and see if they can make the connections and the ball go the way they want it to. Chattanooga trying to get the break there. Seattle able to bring it down, but again Zeka there trying to come through strong. John Carrier, can he get a shot? Oh yes!
Goal!
Well, you were saying about the early goal, and there it is. John Carrier with the first goal in 3 minutes. CFC 1-up against Seattle. That was really the first shot of the game too, Keon. They hadn't really taken any serious shots on goal, and John just put it 45 degrees into the far corner.
Yeah, it just looked like Chattanooga was finding those connections that you were talking about. They really picked up on where the gaps were immediately.
That's a great way to start. Yeah, they did. Seattle did not press the defence too hard. And, John wriggled through there, and the shot just went straight in the corner. It's great. So that's now we have a game on our hands, and see how Seattle respond to that.
Do you think the confidence is going to help Chattanooga here, or
it's got to, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think they were confident after the Detroit game when they got the draw. It looked like the game was going to go away from them. They got it back, and I think they're still riding on that confidence. Here they go again.
we do see that they have to be careful here because I think we mentioned it on the broadcast before that you give up a goal usually fairly shortly after you score one.
Right, because you relax a bit and you don't pay attention, but they're still pushing on that side. Pierre Bouquet is playing well down that wing and trying to feed the ball up to Carrier and to Zeka. So, but we'll see if Seattle can break. There's that speed you were talking about, trying to get away down the wing and just pushed out for a throw-in. But yeah, we do see that so many times. One goal leads to another goal at the other end. In fact, that was given as a free. Is it a throw? No, it's a throw. I guess it's a free kick the way you put it down, but it's a throw. But Seattle going for a long throw deep into the box. Seattle. And playing the short one. Nice breakaway from Chattanooga, trying to set Carry off again. There he goes.
I mean,
keeper having to come way out the box for that one.
I know
nice.
Seattle's quick, but John Carrier is a pretty fast guy himself.
He's not bad, is he?
Yeah, it looks like Chattanooga's really playing the angles well.
They are. And that can be a place that's hard to defend against as well. Another throw to Seattle on the near side.
Tyler John throwing it in.
Yeah. Bob was loose and Chattanooga guided it out for the goal kick. Nice calm play under pressure there. It's a nice situation to be in. 5 minutes into the game and 1 up. Can't argue with that for any Chattanooga FC game I've seen so far. That's good.
Yeah, and it helps. You're playing a team like Seattle. They've got the reputation and the MLS backing, like you said. So getting the nerves out, it's really important.
Right. Well, that's it. Because people do get overawed by a team from, a league above them. And then there's a nice long ball. Pelez going for it, trying to guide it out again for the goal kick, shielding his body. But yeah, there's that. You do get that aura of they're a big team. They're going to beat us regardless, and that it's just that mental thing. So this is a good position to be in for sure.
I think you got to pick your spots in a game. You can't be too aggressive, but considering that Chattanooga already has a goal, do you keep pushing the issue against them?
Well, do you? That's it. I mean, I would. Because a lot of players here want to impress tonight too, and being the first team that starts next Saturday in the first NPSL season match against Knoxville, which is right here at Finley Stadium next Saturday, by the way. So, it's the chance to impress. I think if it was me, I'd be going for it because I want to be in that starting 11. And I can't think any player down there who wouldn't want to be, really. This ball from Hernandez right across the field. Chattanooga being a bit cautious here. But, it's a long game, so they can't just play for the one goal all the way through. There's that long ball again. Seattle's starting to twig on those and stop them coming in. Again, there's Bouquet on this side from the far side. He's now playing on this near side. Trying to make something happen down here. Charlie Clark down there fighting for the ball. Nice little flick to Carrier. An offside call.
Oh, man.
Offside call on Bouquet. That's too bad because that was a nice little move. That little flick. Very confident from Charlie Clark.
Well, we've seen Bouquet move all over the field.
He has, hasn't he?
How versatile do you think that guy is?
He's very impressive. That's great because that's what we want to see is players that can contribute wherever they are on the field. They can make a difference. I'm sure Coach Bill's watching that and making notes. A bit long there. Now for a Chattanooga throw right in front of the fourth official.
What do you like from this defense so far?
I think they're playing pretty calmly. Actually, they're not being overwhelmed or impressed by Seattle. They're treating them like any other team they've played in the past. So they're staying calm and keeping a cool head. Nobody's made a mistake yet, which is good. And they're looking up and they're communicating, which I can see them all talking to each other, and that's part of it too. They're telling each other where the attackers are and telling them where each other is. So they can, if they can't see each other, they know they're behind them. So that's always good too. So yeah, communication is key for a good defence, and being able to cover when somebody's out of position. And so far, again, it's only 10 minutes in, but they're doing it well.
I think the spacing's been really good too.
It has. They haven't been kind of on each other's heels a bit. Sometimes players get a bit too close and they get each other's way, and these guys are doing better and making more space, because you've got to have space to move in soccer, and that's certainly helped. Throw to Seattle. Zeka was appealing for that going off the defenders, but it went off him. So
It was a little bit of a bang-bang play.
it was a bit of a ricochet. Ball goes kindly towards Chattanooga. Nice deflection. Is that pass good enough? Oh! Okay, putting Jamel Cox on the floor there. She didn't like, but Seattle take the quick free kick and they're off again.
It's an aggressive move there.
A little bit. Again, CSC defence staying calm there, communicating, and not giving Seattle much space to get through. People are still coming into the stadium, Kiln. It's good tonight. I'm going to go with an early estimate and say we're having probably close to 4,000 people tonight.
I'd say that's a pretty good guess, yeah.
It looks good tonight. So, and if you are watching at home on the stream, don't forget next Saturday you can see the first NPSL game here live at Finley Stadium. We take on the Knoxville Force.
I know it's early, but the ball movement has really been impressive so far.
It has been good, isn't it? They've used space, and it's been some intelligent play so far from both sides, which is nice to see. It's not been, one side better than the other, and nobody's really been, making too many mistakes so far. There's been a lot of good, accurate passes. We've seen some of the teams that have come in and made a few, silly mistakes. I mean, I have to say Chattanooga's been guilty of some of that this season too, and made some poor passes. But tonight, I think both teams looking pretty sharp.
Yeah.
And that's what makes watching soccer at Finley Stadium so good. Nice little turn there. Seattle trying to come through. Santiago Bettina trying to come through there, using some of his skills to get through the gap. But again, the Chattanooga defence is doing its job. Nice little touches there. Hernandez going across the field. It's Everson Lima, number 3, in his first game for Chattanooga. I'm sure he's hoping to make a good impression tonight. Nice, Zeka, a little touch there. Little Zeka magic. Who's he got open? In the box, but cannot find John Carrier.
Which some of the credit goes to Seattle's defense there, because it was a good pass.
Yeah, they were able to read that one and block it out. got an offside there against Seattle. So Lima take the free kick. Probably going for the long one. Yes? No? Yes.
Little hesitation.
Little hesitation. That's all right. And Patina going down there. He's appealing for the foul, but not given. Much out of Brodacki, the other forward so far. Expect to see both of them combined. I haven't seen much out of him, more out of Patina so far. But yeah, Chattanooga, like you said, using the space. They're giving themselves enough room and getting away from Seattle. Zeka goes down, the referee waits play on, much to the dismay of the supporters. Perez clearing the ball. Again, I was saying that Brodacki wasn't doing much today, he was making that strike. So made Pelez really stretched there to clear the ball.
Absolutely.
Out for Seattle's first corner of the game. And we're 15 minutes in, still 1-0 to Chattanooga FC with that great goal from John Carrier.
Though it does look to me that the reason why Brodacki hasn't been as involved in the game, Seattle not really moving the ball from side to side a lot.
They're going down the channels, you mean, more than going wide? They're trying to go down the tram lines down the middle of the field.
Right.
Seattle first to the ball, but it goes out, taking the shot. Oh! Nice shot off the crossbar there. Wow.
It's the sound that no forward wants to hear.
Absolutely. That was a nice shot. Starting to look a bit more dangerous there.
Another reason why defense is going to be so important for Chattanooga in this game, because you see what they can do when they're in there.
Well, that's it. If you give them enough space, they're dangerous. And they're not a team they should underestimate. So if they can stop them from getting that shot in, then they'll do well. But that's not always possible, as we've seen. And it only takes a momentary lapse of concentration for the forward to take advantage of it. So yeah, and Chattanooga reading that long ball from Seattle, looking up and seeing what the players are going to do. Carrier trying to come through, nearly makes it. That anticipation is part of the game too that makes a successful soccer player. Trying to set Carrier free, nearly got him away again. Chattanooga not done yet, keeping the ball in play. So far the ball is falling fairly kindly for Chattanooga. Seattle streaking down the wing. Patino just runs out of room. The ball goes out over the line for a Chattanooga throw, but a little bit of movement down there for Chattanooga on the far side, showing what they can do. If they get the ball going in the right direction, the bounce comes their way, then they can take advantage of that. Something we didn't see last season, just a lot of bad bounces. Some people can say about last season, where the deflections can just go their way. This time, looking more like they are. But,
and you hope that holds for the rest of the season.
Well, we do, because we certainly want to improve on last season. Seattle trying to find space, deflected off. Pelez able to pick it up. Pelez gathers the ball, everybody resets. Okay, again, he's everywhere, isn't he?
All over the
He's
field.
everywhere. There's only one of them, isn't there? There's not two of them. Zeka trying to get the ball.
Are you sure?
The bounce goes away out for a goal kick to Seattle. Pretty sure it's just one of those. Okay, he's not two.
I mean, he might have a twin. Looks like it.
Stephen Rocker's had a good game on this side too, number 12. He's been keeping the Seattle attackers out on this side pretty solidly. I've been impressed with his play so far, and the game against Detroit too. But I think all the players actually looking pretty refreshed today. They must have had some good practice sessions because they
look pretty sharp.
do appear like they're gelling better than we've seen them for a while. So I'm very happy with that tonight for Chattanooga's point of view.
With the season starting next week, it's the right time.
Well, it is, and same for Seattle. They've got to get this done too because their PDL season starts next Saturday. So they have the same achievements to make as Chattanooga does in this game. Nice long ball there. Oh, good header from Yazchek there.
It's well defended, yeah.
Nice. Lima clearing it under pressure from Patina there. Seattle throw on the near side. There's that long one deep into the box. Chattanooga first to it. Hernandez almost treads on the ball but gets it away. Chattanooga just clearing that one, getting out of trouble and trying to come up to the middle of the field. We're also playing a fairly high offside line too against the Seattle forwards. And Seattle have got Del Homel as well up front, and they had the two up front in the original formation. Now Del Homel has come forward in the midfield to play centre forward. So they're still hungry for a goal.
When the back line comes up that far, what does that mean for a team?
It means they're more aggressive for sure, but it leaves them exposed, but they're trying to push for that equalising goal really. Ozzy Ramos there talking to the referee from the Seattle side and telling him why he should have got some of the decisions going his way, but the referee's going, yeah, okay, So obviously you can't go back on those once they've happened. So, free kick to Seattle. They're going to swing this one into the box. Oh, got ahead to it, but the head was Chattanooga's and it's gone out for a corner to Seattle on the near side. So their second corner of the game. See what they do with this.
I don't think Seattle's offense has been as good as they would like it to be, but they have created a lot of really good opportunities for themselves.
They have. They've just got to capitalise on those. There's a deep ball. Headed out again. Can Chattanooga clear it? John Carrier trying to come through two players. Patina trying the shot, charge down by Bouquet, and it's way back to Kasim, who's had to come way out of the 18-yard box. But yeah, if Chattanooga can take the sting out of those corners and make them into nothing, then that's good defensive work. It takes away one of the main scoring chances. So many goals are scored as a result of the corners. And so if they can nullify those, they're on the way to keeping that clean sheet they want to keep tonight. Seattle are being very patient tonight. They're seeing if they can concentrate on possession first of all, then come forward up the field. So they think nothing might be going on. They are kind of working on slightly creeping forward and down the field. Winning a throw-in on this side means they can creep forward down this wing. See if they can get into the box. Patino's loose, takes a shot. Pelez can't hold it. Pushed it away for a corner. Nice shot. A great feed there.
Yeah, I'm sure he wishes he held on to that one, but that was a good save, though.
It was a good save. A good feed from Magarushi in there to Patino, and he just took the chance to shoot from about 20 yards out. Again, what you were saying earlier, if Seattle get the shots in, they're quite dangerous.
They are, yeah. And you mentioned that they were being patient. That's a form of confidence in itself, that you know you're going to be able to score if you do things your way. Play
if you do what you've done on the drills and training. Another deep one into the box. Low still loose, bobbling around. It's in.
To the net.
It's in for the net. The equaliser's come in. Number 22, Ryan DeGroot, pushing that one in. Just a mess in the box there, really, from Chattanooga. Should have cleared that one. They just bobbled around and he was there to make that final touch.
Yeah, and that's why, like you said, so many of those goals are scored on corners, and that's why. It's a very chaotic place on the soccer field.
That's right, the equaliser in the 26th minute for Seattle, so one apiece. Ryan DeGroot equalising John Carrier's opening strike. Bit of a messy goal, but they all count. Pelez having to come in again. Brodacki feeding Patino there, and they're starting to work together a little better now, aren't they? Their confidence is going up.
Yeah, once you see one go in, no matter how ugly it is.
That's right. You see that scoreboard's level and you're like, oh, that's better, and then it's a mental thing, isn't it? Let's see if Chattanooga got an answer. They may have to do what Seattle had done and switch up to 3 attackers, because that seemed to make a difference. Bringing Del Homel in the middle up front seemed to change the shape of the attack for Seattle, and maybe Chattanooga need to go to 3 attackers too.
Why do you think that would help them?
It would probably give them that extra coverage. If the ball is loose in the box, you've got an extra man covering, and it's easy to mark out 2 players. If you're a defender, you can mark out 2 quite easily and take them out of the game, but a third one's always an extra factor you can't always account for, especially if he's quick. Referee's calling the foul against Chattanooga, even though Seattle are making the pressure on the Chattanooga player. That's interesting. I thought that might have gone Chattanooga's way.
Sometimes the guy that falls down is the one that gets it.
Well, that's correct. Charlie Clark explained to the referee how the rules work. The referee saying, no, I'm the referee, so too bad. Nicely out there. Stephen Rocker again. Keeps him out down this side. Seattle going for a long throw again. And Carrier back there trying to keep the ball in play, but not succeeding. So, Seattle got another corner. Let's see if they can do something from this corner.
Well, it was a throw, actually.
It was. Oh, you're right. It was. I couldn't see it down there in that corner.
It did look like it was going to be.
It did, didn't it? When it's down behind that corner of the wall, you can't quite see from up this angle where we are. Thank you, Keelan. It's a nice ball from Chattanooga, but Seattle trying to close them down and not give them much room to manoeuvre. I think in the first few minutes of the game they were a bit guilty giving them too much space, and now they stopped doing that. So Chattanooga have to work a bit harder for the space. And that goes out for a corner.
Is that the first corner for Chattanooga today?
I think it is.
Because that is one of the reasons why Seattle scored. It was they had so many corners.
Well, that's right.
Just the odds are in your favor at that point.
It just gives you an advantage from the corner kick if you can use it properly.
Which they did.
Carrier taking the corner. It's in deep, flicked on. Couldn't get a good hold on that. Charlie Clark having to chase it down. Back to Hernandez. Falls to Carrier. What's he going to do with it? Deep chip. Who's there? Oh! Wow. Number 4 right on the end of that one. Juan Sanchez trying to make his mark with his first CFC goal. He was right there.
But it will be
couldn't get the contact.
Yeah. And he knew it too.
He did. He was like, oh no. Another bobbling ball still bouncing around, not cleared. This is like the Seattle goal. It's bouncing around in the box. Seattle will finally get rid of it, but not too far. Shot charge down, ball still loose. Seattle going to break. They've got a 2-on-1. And nice play. Very good. The crowd really appreciating that again. Stephen Rocker right there.
And he was the last man back.
He was the last man. He had 2 Seattle players coming after him. Very calm. Chattanooga pushing again. Deep ball into the box. Carrier. What's he going to do? Bring it up. Hernandez chips it over. Hernandez and Sanchez combining on that side. All the way back to Lima. Stephen Rocker going for the long ball. No. Short pass. Nice touch. Trying to get those 1-2s going, those give and goes between the players. Again, trying to find that crack in Seattle's defence they can exploit. Oh, Zeka dispossessed. Just got a step too far ahead of himself. To Lima, who's going to play it back to Perez. Zeka fighting for that ball, still keeping possession. Carrier trying to get the shot. Oh, just bounced off the defender. Strike. Chattanooga again, deep in the box. Sanchez, oh, right across. Just a little bit too high. Thought he was going to make contact there and get us goal number 2.
It was almost identical to the other one, actually.
It was, yes.
Chattanooga heaping on the pressure.
Yeah, I'm pleased to see that too. They aren't just sitting back. And they are definitely turning the screw on Seattle. Nice ball. Using space there right across to Tyler John. But again. Good defending from CFC again. Stephen Rock is solid tonight, playing very well. Charlie Clark pulled down there.
He actually got pushed into Tyler John from Seattle. It was an interesting collision.
It was different. Referees making him take the kick from where the foul occurred, not from where they would like it to have occurred. In Chattanooga playing the possession game there. Sanchez on the left wing up there. Hernandez, and he gets away from him, goes out for a throw to Seattle.
Do you have any ideas as to how Chattanooga can break this defense a little bit? Because they get up there and they can make the passes, but Seattle's not giving them a whole lot to work with once they get up to the box.
No, they're playing like a very professional team that's closing them down when they get close to the goal. They're going to have to find some little magical touch or turn that gives them an open shot on goal, because Seattle are blocking them very nicely. Again, be a bit more creative and rely on some good touches to get in space to make that shot. It's that final touch is what they're lacking. If you get that, then you've got into a clear space. And again, there we see it again.
Another one of those blocks you were talking about.
Yeah, blocking the cross. You could see Zeka was going to cross it and just turned against it. Now, and offside on Zeka. Just strayed behind the last defender.
Valerie Hunter. You are needed at guest services right next to the elevators in the concourse. Valerie Hunter, your child is hungry.
So this is good too, where the attackers pressure. Seattle get to make a mistake. Nice little touch there to Zeka. There's Sanchez going in. Goes down. No, not a penalty. Not a penalty. He went down far too easily under the pressure from the defender.
Yeah,
that was.
Looks like he just lost his footing.
He did a bit, and I'm not seeing a penalty there. Nice recovery though, and a good volley. It didn't go into the goal, but yeah, no penalty there. The crowds in the stadium are appealing for it, but from up here, don't see it.
Well, that's what the home team's supposed to do.
Absolutely, what's the home supporters are there for? The vote would be totally impartial. Never really getting a hold of that loose ball there, and Santiago Coutinho trying to make something of it. But again, Chattanooga coming away with it. Carrier fighting all the way for that ball. Foul given there for the push in the back. Not a big one, but still a push. Hernandez trying to set Zeka free, but that didn't connect too well. Out for a goal kick for Seattle.
Looked like a miscommunication.
It did, yeah. He's holding up play. We've got an injured player on the far side. Daniel Valenciano took a knock and went down. The referee's just checking he's okay. Just the players a chance to catch their breath. And the Seattle coach is very dramatic tonight. He's doing a lot of these action moves. He's certainly into this posing and almost voguing in a way.
Seems like one of those guys that has a conversation with his whole body.
He does, doesn't he? He's got to be hot because they're wearing all black down there too, and it's got to be extra hot with that on in this downstairs in the bottom of the stadium where it's toasty all the time. Let's see if we can get a temperature check on that.
The forecast did say it was going to be pretty warm, so
It is.
even though the sun's setting,
It is going down. It's still 83 there, so here comes Carrier. What's he got? Hernandez again, it's behind his feet instead of on top, but Chattanooga's still coming forward again. Oh, good shot.
good save too.
It was. Juan Sanchez trying to get on the score sheet there, making Kasim stretch a little bit. But that's good. That's the kind of pressure they should be putting on Seattle. And, you know, most of the shots in the last 10 minutes so have been in Seattle's half here watching, Keaton. Most of them they've been on this side of the field on the right side.
Absolutely.
And they haven't let Seattle get too deep into their own half, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they say that defense is sometimes the best offense, but the opposite is also true. When
Exactly.
you're pressuring them, they are not pressuring you.
Well, that's right. Zeka making use of himself in the Seattle defense. Tyler John getting it away. Clean challenge, only long laps as the referee. Play goes on. Juhaszczyk. Pelez combining to clear it. Hoofed away.
What a leg.
Absolutely. CFC turning it around, and again it bobbles away from a little bit. Possession gets lost. But yeah, good from both sides.
It's been impressive, and it's no wonder the score's tied. They're both playing their hearts
Well,
out.
that's right, they both are. Chattanooga, that's much better possession from Chattanooga. They're looking up, they're passing well. Something they hadn't got earlier in the season. They seem to have got that moment where things click, and it's hard to define that, but when you see it, you know it's happening, but it's hard to say exactly when it happens. But I'm certainly seeing it more tonight out of all the games I've seen so far this season, out of all the friendlies. I'm sure you at home are probably seeing the same thing. The passes are better and the communication is better in Chattanooga's side. If you've got any thoughts on that, of course, you can reach us on the usual social media platforms, so do chip in and have your say. And if anybody's watching in Seattle this afternoon, then hey, say hello, let us know you're watching. Oh, that's a mistake. They're going to pay for that. Yeah, still in play. Brodacki streaking down the far side, trying to find the shot and clearing it. Get it away, Chattanooga. Oh, they did it. Wow.
Great defense.
Very good defending. That could have gone very badly.
It nearly did.
It did, didn't it? And it shows that you only want to give Seattle that one chance and they look dangerous. They don't take more than one and they're going to take it and make something out of it straight away.
I mean, if they get any space at all, it looks like it's over.
It does, it really does. So they've got to close him down. Stephen Rock here again with Patino. Patino gets round him. Can he get the cross in? And it just gets away from him, bobbles out for a quick goal kick. But again,
Stephen Rocco with the
he doesn't need
defense
much
there.
space, does he, to get out there?
No, he doesn't.
He just once he's going, he's off. So.
It's a phrase that they say a lot in American football. Speed kills. Speed
Right.
kills in every sport,
Well, yeah.
and it's not any different here. It's really fun to watch the Chattanooga, their cheers kind of spread across the entire stadium.
Right. They're very good at that, about getting the whole crowd involved. And that they feel it on the field. If you ask any of the players, they can really appreciate that's happening. And foul on Tyler John there. Charlie Clark, a bit too enthusiastic. The referee caught on that one. We're in the last minute of regulation time here. It's still one apiece. And I suspect we're going to go into the half time at one each. But it'd be nice if Chattanooga could nick a goal and go in the lead. Shouldn't be a whole lot of injury time either, Keon. I didn't see too much stoppage today, did you?
No, we just had the one player down, and he wasn't down very long.
So maybe a minute or something?
Probably not more than that.
Yeah. In fact, I think the referee's playing to regulation and playing the 45 minutes. Is that what it was called? No? He was calling a foul. He was waving his arm back to the centre circle. So he's going to play in a bit of injury time. A lot of these friendlies just play regulation time and that's it, because it's not like a league game, but giving them the benefit of the doubt and playing a bit more.
Yeah, and it's the game right before the season starts for both of these teams, so just a little bit of playing the way that it usually goes.
Well, that's right, yeah. No, there you go. Did blow the whistle. See, I was 2 seconds ahead of myself.
I guess the foul was exactly at the 45th minute, but...
Well, he's got the actual time on his watch on the field, so we have to go with that. But that's half time, folks. One apiece. Chattanooga FC and Seattle under-23s. Opening goal from John Carey in the 3rd minute. Just sneaked in that first shot on goal, went straight in. Seattle equalised at the 26th minute from Ryan de Groot from a goalmouth scramble. So it goes in equally tied, which I think is a fair result. What do you think, Keon?
I think so too. It's a pretty good game so far. I mean, you're looking at both teams play incredibly well. The passing and offenses look good on both sides. They both had their opportunities. And defensively, Seattle is doing a really good job of withstanding pressure, and Chattanooga has given up a few counters, but none of them really have resulted in goals. So that's good.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're pretty well matched. I mean, it's been an enjoyable game. If you're in neutral, it's been enjoyable. And both sides are quitting themselves very well and getting a fair result so far. So we're going to take a break for 15 minutes. Don't go away. Go and get yourself a cup of tea and come on back, and we'll be here in 15 minutes for the second half of Chattanooga FC against Seattle. We will see you soon. We're here, folks. Game just got kicked off, and Chattanooga playing from right to left, taking the kick off, and we're underway. One apiece at half time. Me and Keon are back. Hope you enjoyed the 15-minute break. Any observations on the second half so far, Keon? Any thoughts on what we found out during half time?
Well, I like the intensity of both teams and the way that they're both moving the ball. And also the way that they're both defending. I do believe something has to give at some point, and so the team that possesses the ball the most, I imagine, will be able to score another goal to come away with the win.
Right, it's like the same teams that went into half time, no changes so far. If there are, of course, we'll bring them to you. So Chattanooga starting off aggressively too, trying to get something going here. Again, nice one-touch shocker there. See that? They're getting that one touch to get the ball moving. Chattanooga keeping it in play. Right across the box though. But a great bit of play there. Again, Juan Sanchez doing his best to make a difference. Getting a shot. Deflects back in his favour. Has support. Pierre Bouquet again all over the place. Goes out for a goal kick to Seattle, but again Chattanooga showing in the first minute serious intent to score a goal.
And how much does it help when those touches go your way?
Well, it did there for sure. You saw they got several bites of the cherry there and got a chance to make some of it. Perez there almost miscalculating and gets hold of the ball safely. But yeah, that's what we didn't see. That's part of soccer. Some of the luck just goes your way in some games, others it doesn't. But again, Chattanooga looking bright, trying to find the gaps, coming through as a nice ball, a little bit too strong. Didn't quite reach Bouquet there. Seattle trying to make something happen. Again, there's that speed you were talking about, but Chattanooga actually are matching them pretty well, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think part of it is the offensive intensity that Chattanooga's bringing, that you're forcing Seattle to play defense,
right,
and you're kind of locking up their speed a little bit with it.
But Chattanooga are finding space too, which is good. So they haven't done that as much as some of the previous games. But tonight they're using the whole field and they're finding a lot of space to get in, and again, good cross, a bit low from Bouquet, but that gives Chattanooga a corner. Forces Seattle to defend and hoof the ball away. So, see what kind of corners that Chattanooga have been doing in practice. Nobody from the Chattanooga bench warming up yet. Seattle's got their whole bench stretching, getting ready to come on. So, there's that corner deep in, pushed out. Hernandez on the ball, strikes it hard and deflected away by Seattle. Lima looking to put the ball back in deep. Here it goes. Seattle read the cross. Again, Chattanooga playing smart. Giving the 1 and 2, trying to get the give and go working. Optimistic with a shot there. But again, they're keeping the pressure on. They're keeping Seattle back in their third of the field. And that's how you win games. Again,
wow, brilliant.
Steal, that's 2 of those in a row. And foul on Tyler John again. Charlie Clark, a little bit too firm with the challenge there. But yeah, good pressure. Bright start from Chattanooga.
Is this something you think they're going to be able to keep that intensity up, or are they going to have to start subbing out players? Because it does take a lot of energy, and the heat is still a factor. As you mentioned before, the heat kind of lingers around even after the sun goes down.
Right. Well, there's still heat in that field, I can tell you, from having been down there in the evenings. The surface seems to trap the heat and reflect it back, so it's not as bad as a July night, but it's still pretty warm. And it can be a factor, you're right. Seattle made a substitution there, taking out number 10 Hugo Del Hamel for number 13 Scott Menzies in the midfield. Optimistic shot from Seattle going nowhere. They're not making a lot of difference.
It's really good defense by Chattanooga again, the way that they were able to push that ball back out and force a shot that wasn't really going to go.
Those turns to go again. Twisting and turning. Referee plays play on there. Might have given a foul for that one to some players, but that was playing on. Trying to get those touches going. This is much better from Chattanooga. Is that ball deep into the box? Oh no!
He overfired, but there's a little bit of that creativity you were talking about earlier.
That one, big time. Just a bit optimistic on getting the volley. Who didn't get on top of the ball and it went over, of course. If you don't get your foot over those ones on a volley like that, it's going to go way up like a golf shot. Seattle trying to make something happen here. Bit of a pretty blatant foul there on Saw and Jack there, and the referee saw that one straight away.
Several fans holding up yellow cards.
They do that to encourage the referee to get his yellow card out and join them. Doesn't always work, but it's worth trying. It's psychology, you know, auto-suggestion.
Right. Peer pressure.
That's it. And again, there is the yellow card. Tyler John again has been in the thick of this game. Just too much aggression in that tackle.
Yeah, he seems to be with the action all the time.
It is, and it's like the referees maybe getting ready to get the second one out. The referee's not taking a lot of nonsense today. He's pretty good on those.
Tyler John wears the number 17. The crowd being a little cheeky there.
Oh, the crowd always cheeky. Alright, we go on a substitution. Zeka coming off for a well-deserved rest. Felipe Oliveira, Chattanooga's leading goal scorer last season, coming on. See if Felipe Oliveira has got some more goals than him. He had a lot of them last year. Let's see if he's got one for us tonight.
Well, the way that they've been playing, he's going to get his chances for sure.
Nice play from both sides in the second half too. I'm seeing a lot of skill, both sides of the field, and it's making it enjoyable to watch. There's a trip there. Pierre Bouquet doing that one. You can't really get away with those, and the referee saw it. Chattanooga breaking up the long ball from Seattle, trying to get that movement. Oh, a nice little turn there again. Lots of nice little touches tonight. Everybody's certainly what they were called twinkle toes tonight with those touches.
Right.
Like ballet dancing. Pushing the back on Charlie Clark there. Good flick on. Nobody there to receive it, but wins the foul. Chattanooga a chance to push up into Seattle's half in the final third of their half of their part of the field. And again, nice touches there. Trying to get it crossed to Hernandez. Hernandez at the space. Can he get spaces? Outnumbered by 3 or 4 defenders. Just got under his own feet there. Good intercept from Chattanooga. Much better play, much more aggression. Deep cross, who's there? Oh, can't get the head on it.
But the pressure looks like it's working.
Felipe Oliveira there, chasing and turning after that ball. Chattanooga coming forward again. Referee waving play. Oh! Referee waving play on after the contact there, and the Seattle player going after. Looks like Hernandez then. Let's see. There was a foul, but the referee played the advantage. The Seattle player did not care for that either. The referee's having have a word or two there with most of the players. And there's a yellow card on Hernandez, who was the one who got fouled and then kicked. So that's a little strange.
Well, the first one, he tried to wave it on. It looked like it could have gone either way, and then it was the kick afterwards that the fans were upset about.
Well, that's right. The kick was from the Seattle player, so odd decision, but referees see things we don't. So Seattle come out of that one with the advantage. So in goals it's one apiece and yellow cards one apiece as we come up to 1 hour of play so far in this friendly against Seattle Sounders under 23. But I think there's a lot more action to come in the last 30 minutes or so. It's been very good so far, so we're looking forward to a lot more shots on goal, I think, before this one's out.
What's really encouraging is even on some of these missed passes, the communication's still there, and the players are still talking to each other, making sure that they'll do a little bit better next time.
Right. Sal trying to get something going. Saying that won't be a goal. Patino trying to break away, but way offside when he got the pass. Nice play from Seattle. Deep on the wing, right across though. Pelle's up for the job and gathers the ball. Nice cross there from Scott Menzies, took it right down the line and brought it across.
Pelez has done a really good job today.
So far, he's not had to do too much actually. So.
Not too much, but there have been moments where they've needed him to make the right decision, and he's done it.
Here comes Chattanooga, deep down side, and I think the referee's giving a throw in. That looked like a sliding tackle. Charlie Clark. Chattanooga making their second substitution. Santiago Moore coming on for Charlie Clark. So Santiago Moore and Felipe Oliveira combined well last season, get plenty of goals. So we'll see if the magic is still there. Hernandez ducking and diving, couldn't get the pass through. Juhaszczyk dashing back to recover that one. Back to Pelez, no pressure. Juan Sanchez gathering it up. A little too long there.
So what does it do for Chattanooga to have Santiago Moore and Felipe Oliveira in the game now?
They combined well last season. It gives them a familiar partnership, certainly. Two people that know each other pretty well when they play here. And a good record of goal scoring combination together. So I think it gives them a solid attack, which they had before. I mean, Zeka and Charlie Clark were solid before as well. But it's nice to have that second string that's as strong as the first string. So, I mean, there are people that say they should have, Sammy Goney and Luke Winter playing again, but Sammy's gone to California and Luke is not playing as much. So, it's good to have that reserve of strong attackers too, who we know can deliver the goals. Against Seattle, twisting and turning, can't get the pass in though, and it goes out right underneath Galen Riley's little tower of power down there for the throw to Chattanooga. So substitution for Seattle, Jamal Cox, number 11, coming off in the midfield. Kaz Warren, number 28, coming on to replace him. Chattanooga making their substitution, a goalkeeper. Bringing on Tommy Salsa for Berto Pelez and giving Tommy a run out, which I think they did in the last game too, give both goalkeepers a run out in the friendlies. Tommy Housel wearing the number 1 shirt, the traditional goalkeeper shirt of course. Chattanooga playing the patience game now. Nice cross, but no one to receive it. Yeah, it was a bit of a high foot there. The referee didn't like that one at all. That was a little bit high from Soren there with the right foot.
Got to be careful with those.
Yeah. It's like a yellow card there too. Over the high foot. So, free kick to Seattle. 35 yards out. Deep into the box. Seattle dashing in, making the contact, but not making contact with the back of the net. With a good move.
Yeah, it was dangerous.
It was, wasn't it?
It's what you want to see if you're Seattle Sounders head coach Darren Sawatsky.
That's it, making an attack out of almost nothing. That was good. Hernandez really driving the midfield forward here. Out for a Seattle throw.
Players pointing in every direction.
Pretty much every direction except where it's supposed to go. The referee and the linesman conferring. Yeah, definitely a Seattle throw. They're still discussing it. Going for a final verdict. Chattanooga FC throw. Okay, there we go. I used to be indecisive, now I'm not so sure, Keon.
Well, as long as you make the right call.
And there it goes. Yes, yes, okay. Nice use of width there by Chattanooga. But Seattle right on top of them. Wow, right on top of them. Giving away a free kick in a dangerous position.
Looks like Tyler John in there
Tyler
again.
John again. He's right in the action, isn't he?
A little bit of a penchant there for physicality.
Well, a lot of defenders have to be physical, but you've got to be careful not to, overdo it. Or let the referee see you doing it, as some of them say, but so Seattle making the wall. I'm sure that's 10 yards out, but the referee's not measuring it this time. So a good chance here for Chattanooga. Deep in the box, who's there on the end of it?
Lima!
Yes!
Emerson Lima with the header.
How wonderful. Emerson Lima with a second goal. Lovely header, very smooth action there in the 69th minute.
Well,
What? No, the referee's not giving it. He's not giving it.
okay.
Must be an offside infringement there, but that was a lovely movement. Crowd not happy about that. I'm sure you aren't happy about that at home too. That looked like a very good goal to us and a legitimate one.
And if it was offside, it was very close.
It was very close indeed, but still one apiece then. That would have given Seattle a scare, made them play a little bit harder, and a harsh tackle there. Seattle not happy about that one, as he was taken down from behind. Patino was taken down, but referee let him play go on.
It's what happens when you miss an opportunity like
Well,
that.
that's it. They got a bit lost a bit of their cool, didn't they?
Yeah.
Now entering the game for Chattanooga FC number 2, Cameron Woodfin. Leading the game, number 10, running game for
So substitution that's going on for Chattanooga. Cameron Woodfin coming on the midfield to replace Juan Hernandez.
Coming in for 15, Yoshi Chapin.
And also Seattle taking the opportunity to make substitution 2. Taking Bradaki off. And bringing on Yashi Chaffin in his place. So a fresh striker for Seattle. Fresh midfield for Chattanooga. We've got 20 minutes of regular play to go, folks. Some fresh legs can make all the difference in the last stretch of the game. They were trying to get something going, but no one there to receive the pass. Back to Kasim to get it back into play. Chattanooga's favouring his near side. Players open on the far side are marked. They've actually got 2 on the far side are marked, not using them. Seattle breaking, and a bit of a professional foul there on the top of the D. The referee is not going to... Is he going to let it play on? He's going to let it play on.
He's been letting a lot go today.
He has let a lot go today. I would have called that because that was a last defender foul. Those are usually the ones the referees can't ignore. Well, okay, this referee is full of surprises tonight.
Yeah. Should mention the save by Tom Halsell. Very
Definitely.
good save.
Yep. Chattanooga trying to find that gap in the box. Seattle outnumbering them. Seattle trying to come away. Trying to make the break. They're outnumbered, but they're trying for it. Look at that speed you were talking about. Oh, a shirt putting and pushing going on there. And it's Patino, he's been running all game. Santiago Patino has been very quick and he's showed his speed there. He is not quick and he's quite a lot of energy.
Whenever he gets a chance to punish you for turning the ball over, he will do it.
He does, doesn't he? Now Chattanooga's turn trying to come through.
Good pass.
Good pass. It is. No, good save. Yes, there it is. There it is. It's that man again, Felipe Oliveira. Gets the loose ball, pushes it in for the 2-1.
No stranger to goal scoring.
No, he's not. Good that he just came on. So the second goal in the 74th minute. The ball got away from Kassim in the goal. And Felipe Oliveira punished him very hard and put that goal in. But a good move. Santiago Moore on the far side bringing it across. And Felipe Oliveira doing what he does best. Pushing that ball into the box and him into the back of the goal.
Chattanooga might not be the faster team, but when you play with space, you give yourself a whole lot of chances.
You certainly do. Chattanooga getting ready to make another substitution here. I'm going to bring on Gabriel Gonzalez in a minute. Now we'll see what Seattle have got, how they recover from that. They haven't got that long to do something about it. But if Chattanooga can keep the lead and go in with a win today, that will really set them up for the rest of the season when it starts for real on Saturday against Knoxville.
And you've got to feel really good about the direction the team's heading in. You can already see that they're playing with a whole lot more confidence. And
that's a nice ball, trying to set Patino off. Again, nicely taken there. Everson Lima clearing the ball.
Now entering the game, CSC number 22, Gabriel Gonzalez.
Comes Gonzalez. Replacing Stephen Rocker. In the back. Stephen Rocker's had a good game. I enjoyed watching him play today. Seattle trying to get the shot and hoofing it off into the far corner. So yeah, sorry, go ahead, kid.
I was just saying, he got the party started off early. He was all over the field like we saw in the first half, and that really set the tone for the game.
It did. It was excellent.
Chattanooga SC fans, last call for beer. This is your last call for alcohol. If you're not fine, beer stands will be closing soon.
Chattanooga looking hungry. They were going for a third. Trying to get it free. Oh, nearly. Nice little move there. Referee caught that one. Give him that foul.
Accidental handball there. By Rodell Dent.
Chattanooga with the free kick about 21 yards out. These can be dangerous too. Let's see if they can make something out of this.
Well, the Lima goal that was called off sides was on a
It
similar
was from
one.
this set piece. Sanchez low into the box. Bobbling around, can't clear it. Chattanooga trying to recover that one. Seattle pushing that player. See how fast they push forward. Throwing it back into the Seattle
Yeah,
final third, and that's going out for a throw-in.
Seattle would love nothing more than a counter there.
Absolutely, a quick counter and a goal would be just what they need. And they can do it too. That's what I can see from the way they play. They've got potential to do it. It's not an idle threat. But right now, Chattanooga still keeping the pressure on and looking the better of the two teams at the moment.
It's starting to shift a little bit.
It is. It's 10 minutes is going to be very interesting.
Now entering the game for Seattle, number 18, Eddie Nah.
Seattle making a substitution. Eddie Nah, number 18, coming on. Now taking off number 4.
Leading the game, number 4, Nathan Hani.
Tanani, so a defender coming on. So feeling a bit of pressure there, having to put another defender on. With some fresh legs, make sure they don't concede a third goal, then it'll be over. Housel strong there, comes out to Seattle. But Seattle comes back to get a second shot, goes their way. And offside call, good offside call from the referee there, on the linesman rather. But,
The second one of those for Seattle this half, where they had a really good look at a shot and
They did.
just offside. Is there anything that Seattle can do to break up the pressure? Because when Chattanooga has the ball, they keep them under a tremendous amount of pressure.
They do, and they're standing up to them and anticipating very well what they're going to do. So I think it's their speed. If they can get a long ball and beat the offside trap with that speed, they're going to be very dangerous. But they're just not beating it right now. It doesn't mean they won't. I don't think it means Chattanooga can relax at all, because any slight chance you give to Seattle, they take it. Some teams you give them a slight chance and they think about it and dither, but Seattle are just like, bow, like a shark, straight in. So we've got to be careful. Trying to get a long throw working, and headed away. Lima gets a knock in the tussle. Referee's going to check he's okay. He got a bit of a knock on the head. Let's see what's going on down there. Referee's not calling a foul, he's letting the corner go ahead.
They just collided.
I think so. In swinging, right across the box. Whoa, and a complete air shot there.
Still not clear.
Not clear. Seattle still really getting the pressure on. Trying to get that space to get a shot in offside again. The linesman down here has got that flag going and he's very busy.
And he's been completely on top of those tonight.
He has, and we've had various officiating last year where they weren't quite so sharp. Tonight's team doing very well. And the referee's not sounding up for any nonsense, and the linesmen are watching the game well. Substitution for CFC, Michael Hornsby coming on. Let's see who's coming off. It's like John Carrier coming off. Oh no, it's Soren Hasket. My apologies, folks. Soren Hasket shaking a break. Michael Hornsby coming on defence. So Michael Hornsby, number 14, replacing Soren Hasket, number 24. And again, fresh legs can make all the difference. Chattanooga looking for the long ball. It comes their way. Oh, Kasim's up to the job. The defence did not get ahead on that one.
And I gave a lot of credit to Umberto earlier and to Halsall, but Kasim's been doing a great job as well.
He has, yeah, he's solid. Yeah, I think Royal Dent will look like that got that ball had gone through. And again, Chattanooga in space, trying to find space for the shot. But pushing Seattle back into the box, trying to get the ball across again. And a little too strong. Is he going to keep? Is he going to keep it in?
He did.
Oh, he kept it in, but Dent gets it. And Seattle come away. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. Dent gets a push in the back, and referee calls the foul. Down Valenciano a little bit stronger. Again, Chattanooga's looking pretty composed, even this late in the game. Still steady, not panicking, and still looking quite fresh too.
And also still being pretty aggressive offensively.
They are, absolutely. Oliveira couldn't quite get the connection. The carrier wins the throw in. And he takes the throw. Oliveira. Is he going to run up the defence? Back the carrier. Carrier twisting and turning. Look at him go. Across the box.
Well cleared by Tyler John there.
But Chattanooga trying to make something happen there, and Seattle looking for the long ball, but it's not there. There's that speed again. There's Patino. Halsall coming out. Collides with Patino. Clears the ball, but that was a hard collision. I'm expecting that Patino got the worst of that because he's much smaller than Tom.
Yeah, Tom might not have seen it coming.
It's quite possible. Both of them took a whack there. Looks like they may get the trainer on to look at them both if the referee calls him on, but both players took a solid hit there, but high speed.
Both guys are trying to run down the ball. Is that the kind of thing that happens in a spot like that?
It does. You get a lot of those 50-50 balls, and they both commit to it, then someone's going to get hurt. In this case, both of them. So, and of course, unlike the other football that's played in, nobody wears pads in soccer, so those hurt. They really hurt.
I'm sure they do.
I've had a few in my time too. And I can remember they knock the wind out of you, and everything goes stars and moons. You're like, what's going on? So both trainers checking over the players. They're both down for the count at the moment. They're both moving. Nobody's knocked out, but it was close to a concussion, as close as you can get without being knocked out, I think. So gives the players a chance to catch their breath and talk to the coach a little bit. But yeah, they're still down, which isn't a good sign. There is a limit to the length of time they can get treatment on the field, which the referee, of course, will know. But being a friendly, will probably let that slide a little bit. See what we get in a moment. So fingers crossed nobody's seriously hurt, folks. They are both starting to make movements.
What would happen if Tom couldn't go back?
If Tom can't go back, they have to put on another goalkeeper. As Pelez has already been substituted, and I don't see another goalkeeper on the oh wait a minute, there could be another goalkeeper on the roster who could come in.
We'll see you next Saturday.
We may have, I think we have one more on the roster. Otherwise, yeah, a regular player to stand in.
Emerald Forks here at Bentley Stadium.
But while that's going on, as I said earlier in the broadcast, we're playing Knoxville here at home next Saturday, on Saturday the 19th at 7:30 in our first NPSL game. And follow that with a game against Asheville on the 23rd. And the New Orleans Jesters on May the 26th. So we have 3 CFC games in the space of 10 days. This is the last friendly that's into the serious NPSL season after that. So if you're enjoying this, come down next Saturday and see Chattanooga FC play Knoxville Force here at Finley Stadium. So Patino's walking off the field. Tommy Salsa is taking a break and has been replaced. So Nicholas Rasheglin has come on to replace Tommy Salsa, the 3rd goalkeeper. And Tommy has had a short game, and Nicholas has come on, number 20, to play out the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game. Tom's in a bad way. Look, quite the knock, and Tom's a big lad, so it takes a lot to knock him over. So I hope he gets over this pretty fast. Back in the play with Chattanooga. Chattanooga trying to come down the far side out for a throw there. They're back to putting the pressure on Seattle.
As a reminder, the official time will be kept on the field.
Chattanooga trying to make a break even now, looking for a space to make a shot.
And there's a little.
There's Woodfin. Oh. Coming in. And it goes out for a corner to Chattanooga. Keeping the pressure on nicely there.
When you have an injury like that and the play stops, does that affect the players at all if it takes something like that long?
Oh sure, absolutely. If it takes out one of the key players in the team, it makes them think twice. And it makes them more cautious about going forward sometimes. There'll be 5 minutes of extra time, folks, so if you're seeing the time on your screen or on the scoreboard, the referee's keeping the time on the field, and there'll be 5 more minutes to play after this. A little wild shot there from Cameron Woodfin. Seattle suddenly looking a lot livelier, trying to get play started again. They don't want to go home with a 2-1 loss. So it's a long flight back to the West Coast, a lot to think about if you've lost a game and come this far.
Especially since they played so well today.
Well, they have played well, and they've been enjoyable to watch, and you know, I thought there would be lots of goals on both sides, but it's been very even.
The defenses have a lot to do with it. They've both been fantastic.
Absolutely. See, Chattanooga making space again there, Keon. See that? They're really going right across the field, and they're using the width of the field very well. Trying to go with speed, doesn't come off there, and no foul given. What it's really about tonight, that Chattanooga are just first to the ball. When there's a 50 ball, they're first to it each time. And I haven't seen them doing that in some previous games. They've been a bit slower, and tonight they're just a lot faster. And that's really making the difference about possession. Seattle trying to make something happen.
As you mentioned before, they've got a lot of play for it.
Absolutely. Eddie Nahr trying to make something out of that and still keeping the pressure on. Caswarren throwing it in. Trying to get the shot in, but not from that angle. You don't get anything from there. He's giving a corner to Seattle, which is interesting because the last kick came from Seattle. They kicked it out, and they're the ones getting the corner. So that's.
And they kicked it out pretty decisively.
They kicked it out very decisively. I didn't see it come off a Chattanooga defender. Unusual decision, but oh well. Ball deep in. Chattanooga trying to get it away.
And they do.
Evers and Lima just clearing out one. Saying, let's get rid of it. Chattanooga's still strong. Winning that ball back. Look at Rocket go. Look at him go. Wow.
Got the moves.
Look at Rocket. Wow. Nice touch. Oh, showing off there. The old back heel.
That's how you know you're feeling confident.
Yeah, absolutely. You do that under pressure. That's it. And Boquet went through like 3 defenders all at once. Very cool. I think he's definitely going to be a starter for the Knoxville game. He's had a very good game tonight. Crowd are enjoying it. Cheering him on. It's a great noise.
It feels good. You're up.
Yeah.
Your team's still playing hard.
That's it. It's not raining.
That's true.
It's rare those some days. Chattanooga coming forward again the near side. Looking for something, getting in the box. Give and go moving here, Chattanooga. Seattle trying to come away the last minute, but not getting it. Again, throw. That's it. Referee's blown the whistle. That's a victory for Chattanooga. 2-1 over Seattle Sounders on 23. Pretty good to beat a PDL team from 2 leagues above you. Not bad night.
Not bad at all.
Not bad night. Excellent play from Chattanooga. A lot sharper than they have been, and it really paid off.
And they seem to make all the right soccer decisions. The passing
They did.
was great. Defensively, they kept
did.
Seattle honest, even though they were being so aggressive.
That's right. 2 great goals. John Carrier and Felipe Oliveira there, and putting that one to bed. Seattle got the equaliser with the group in the goal line scramble, but 2 good goals for Chattanooga, and a well-deserved 2-1 victory. That sets them up very well for next week's game against Knoxville Force here at 7:30 on Saturday next week, and going into a 3-game run actually. So that puts Chattanooga a big confidence boost, and when you get results like this against a semi-pro team like the Sounders, that's great.
And Seattle has a lot to be proud of in this game. They played a very good game. I think a little bit of the discipline, I think, could be worked on when it comes to some of those offsides that they had, because they took some opportunities away from themselves. But they did play a good game, and they have nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I really enjoyed watching it. It was good to watch. Whether you're a CFC fan or a Sounders or a neutral fan, it was a good game of soccer. Very entertaining, lots of play. Nobody sat back and just sat on the lead. Both teams kept trying to score throughout the entire 90 minutes. There was some drama, a couple of yellow cards. So, all in all, one of the great games of soccer you'll see at Finley Stadium. So if you want more of this, come down next Saturday and see the first NPSL match of Chattanooga's 2018 season, their 10th season in the NPSL, when they play Knoxville Force. There's lots more soccer to come this summer, folks. A lot more. If you want to see more of this, come down to Finley Stadium.
And the women play tomorrow night.
That's right.
Their blue-white game. So it's a scrimmage game for them. They're going to give you an opportunity to come out, get to know the players, get to see them for the first time. It'll be going on 5 years of women's
That's
soccer
right,
here
5 years of
in Chattanooga.
women's game.
I said that game, I gave the wrong time for that game earlier. That game is actually going to be at 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, so it's an early kickoff.
So an early kickoff, but you're going to have a good time, and the weather's going to be great like it was today, so come on out.
Yep, we look forward to seeing you then. All right, folks. We're let the CFC players do their dance and the fans do their dance in return. It's good to see them pumped up and winning the game. That's great. That's really how it should be. Yeah, you can't beat that. It's a good feeling. Good feeling when you win at Finley.
This is why it's so good to have Chattanooga soccer.
Absolutely. This is really, you can't put it in the bottle or anything. This is how it's supposed to be. There'll be a lot of people staying tonight to talk with the team and sign the autographs, I'm sure, after that. And everybody's going to be pumped up about next week's game. So that really puts us in a good shape for the start of the season. And yeah, a good night of soccer, Keon. Really enjoyed that. All right, we're going to sign off and let you watch the scenes down there. The hooligans are going mental. And hope you enjoyed the game tonight. Thanks for staying with us. And it's been myself, Simon Neal, and my good buddy Keon Rose. Thank you, Keon.
Thank you.
And we'll be seeing you next time. Keon will be here tomorrow. We'll both be here next Saturday. So have a great week and come back in 7 days for more great CFC soccer. Have a good night, folks. See ya.